A warning tonight from election officials around the country. They're raising a red flag over worries about the U.S. mail delivery system and mail-in ballots. As NBC Bay Area's Christie Smith tells us, they claim the Postal Service hasn't fixed several issues that could lead to ballots not being counted.
The letter to the U.S. Postmaster General came from two national groups that represent election administrators from all 50 states. The message is that they are worried the agency hasn't done enough to address long-running concerns about ballot delivery delays. Over the past year, they say mailed ballots postmarked on time were received later than anticipated, and in some cases, too late to be counted. They also say some election mail was returned as undeliverable, though the address was correct. Officials in the multi-state group say they issued the open letter because other attempts to engage the Postal Service haven't worked. But here in the Bay Area, at least one election official says local USPS officials have long been very responsive.
We do have a good relationship with our local USPS. We have been on their site, talked to them about election mail and the importance of it, and we do have weekly meetings with our local USPS.
The county was not named in the letter, and today we spoke with Evelyn Mendez, the Santa Clara County Registrar's Public Information Officer. She says her office isn't seeing these issues considering how many voters they have, but offered suggestions to any voter who may be concerned.
I think that's what was addressed in that letter was undeliverable mail, but voters have enough time to prepare for the election coming up. They can vote early, they can come in person. So there are other options. I think that letter addressed all of the states, and not all of the states are vote by mail.
The registrar's office is also reminding voters about ballot drop boxes and ways to check the status of a ballot.
Well, for voters in our county, I want them to be confident in the processes that we have in place to make sure that their ballot gets to them and their ballot gets counted. So there are options if they don't receive their ballot in time.
Meantime, the U.S. Postal Service says they've been in close communication with the national groups that wrote the letter and say the service has promptly addressed concerns as they got them, adding, quote, "We are ready to deliver. We were successful in 2020, delivering a historic volume of mail-in ballots, also in 2022. And will do so again in November 2024. Nolan Higdon is a professor of history and communication at Cal State East Bay and says nationwide, how the issue is handled is important.
Complaints like this should not be taken lightly. It should be addressed very transparently, and there should be an explanation of what is done, what's working, and how things are changing.
Christie Smith, NBC Bay Area News.